Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to Tropicoco. We're back playing City Skylines, and we're making a beautiful tropical city on the coast of some desert island, out in the middle of nowhere. Now we've added a few things here and there. I can't remember what I have and haven't added between this and the last episode. But as you can see, there's some rocks here that have gone down as decoration, just placeable rocks. Put our own little custom trees in here, these nice tall pines. But I think they need to be bolstered with some bush. We need a bit of bush for our trees. Also, we've got this nice little flat space here that we might just flesh out with extra kind of decoration and rocks and things. We've got our fire station. It's pretty futuristic, but I figure that we have like the traditional Caribbean style on the front of our beach. But behind that, we have a nice like kind of high-tech world that when you scratch the surface, guess what? Loads of rich, techie people live here. We've got our parks on the edge of the beach that look pretty cool, and I think last session we went to Banana Bay, and we started messing around out here, putting down some banana fields. And I like the idea that all of the industry over here is going to be just banana fields, because it's nice, economical. We don't want any horrible fumes or gas. But the big thing we need to do now is make sure that all of this industry uses the best way to get around, which is going to be a cargo train terminal. Now these dudes have major worker problems because we don't have enough residences, and we have a big demand for residential. So what I want to do is to kind of really make this look like a perfect area. We're going to have this one thin line that we have here of basic low-density houses, and then we're going to, behind that, have a nice layer of kind of very tall, high-density residential areas that give the kind of the skyline, I suppose, a bit of a backlight. And so it looks like there's some nice tall buildings on the coast. But before we do that, we're going to try and fix the transit woes that we have over here. Because at the moment, all the trucks, they're coming down the motorway, and that's going to be a big problem for us later when we run into traffic congestion. So what I wanted to try is, and this is a bit of a weird one, because if a business is here, and a train depot's over here, are they going to go this way to the train depot and then across the train depot to the location that they want to deliver? Or are they just going to say, nah, to hell with that, what we're going to do is we're just going to take the road because it's actually, as the crow flies, a shorter journey. So I'm not quite sure. Now I can get around both of those problems by putting a train terminal right here. And in fact, that sounds like a pretty good idea, because what we can do is we can have a cargo hub with boats over here, and that would sit right on the edge there. Now the train line can come from this, and we'll put this down just to show you where we're going and what we're doing. Boom, boom, boom. And so the train line could come from here along this stretch of coast, and we'll put another cargo train terminal right here where the industry can use it. We'll connect these two roads up with a nice thicker road. And anyway, they can come in, use the train terminal, and then get the hell out of Dodge without having to go on the highway at all. And we could also just ban heavy traffic from these two roads to also make that work a bit better. So with that in mind, let's find a train terminal. Here we go, cargo train terminal. And we can plonk this down if we turn it around a bit. Oh no, it has to go on a road. So maybe it's worth redesigning these roads a bit to get that working properly. Now, cargo trains work best if there's a lot of cargo coming through here. They work best when there is a one-way system, so trucks don't have to turn across a lane. So let's trash some of this road and see if we can develop like a little mini one-way roundabout. On this section right here. Now in my head this is going to work amazingly well, but a lot of things work well in your head and they're not in real life. So is it going to be, it's got to be a straight line, right? The train terminal has to be on a straight section of road, it can't be on a roundabout, and that would look weird as well. So we're going to start with a straight section of road that comes over like this, 20 units, and then as a right angle, we're going to go 20 units this way, And this is all just placeholder at the moment to see if it looks okay. Oh, no, that is janky as hell. Get rid of that. There we go. Now that looks pretty cool, actually. Actually, thinking about it, now that we've got this kind of one-way system, we can trash all of this area here. This is going to be a big, bold move for us, but I think it's going to look amazing. We're going to upgrade this road here to, obviously, the grassy one. Oh, no, the tree one. That looks amazing. Upgrade mode. Engaged. And now we can connect this up with some one-way road over here. Perfect. And now this makes a lot more sense in my head and in my heart. But do we want a bigger road here as well? In fact, yeah, let's upgrade this to a nice, huge road. And we're going to use the awesome Move It tool to make this look like it fits a bit better. Oh god, no, look what's done to that road. This has got to look pretty sweet. Oh my god. Whoa, whoa, who's going to survive that? Oh my god. Oh, it's like a roller coaster city. I like it. Until I don't. So we'll get this looking pretty straight. Now we like curvy lines in this city, but we also like non-roller coaster road sections. And the thing about Move It is you just keep kind of tapping until you arrive at the perfect looking zone. And that looks okay. That looks reasonable. Definitely reasonable. Okay, and now we can connect this up to the other road over here. But we need to make sure these are the same kinds of roads. Yeah, we're going to downgrade, I think. We're going to downgrade. There we go. That's exactly the same type of road. Now, this truck over here, unfortunately, is a bit confused. It's like, I don't know where I'm going now. Like, oh my god. Oh no, he's found his way back to the road. Bloody hell, this mayor and his planning. It's crazy. Okay, cool. So this should work now. We've got like a kind of like a weird one-way section here. Got the cargo terminal over here. Let's just put down a train cargo terminal on this roundabout. Connect it up with rail. We're going to get a bit windy here. But I like that. I like the idea of loosely hugging the road lines. And you have the grid to kind of help you realize and see how close you're getting to the road and where you need to turn. Looks good to me. Why does this cross over? That's weird. Oh, well, maybe it's just because it's a station. And now we can connect this railway up to the existing railway over here. Now, how are we going to do this? It'd be cool to kind of come over here and have like a crossing up on this this area over here. No, let's stick to the road. Let's stick to the road and just curve around like this. Then maybe we can come up with the page up tool and then go over like this. Is this gonna work? Oh wait, hang on a sec. We had a connection there. Let's get a top-down view. Now that works. Oh yeah, it looks pretty cool too. I like it. I like it a lot. Now we're going to decorate this bridge, hide it behind some cool trees. Now, as I said, you can follow the collection on Steam. The link is in the description. It's Tropiloco. It's not Tropicoco. But basically, it's got all of the assets that I use. Oh, hang on a sec. We need to move this a bit. This is where Move It comes in super handy. So we can take an ugly-looking train bit and just make it a bit better. Oh. No, that's making it worse. Oh my god. Whoa. Oh, whoa. Oh my god. I'm amazed this hasn't crashed the game. But we can actually have the Vertitrain. I want to see a train go up that, actually. That'd be pretty crazy. We'll stick it like that. It's steep, but, you know, these are high-powered trains. So, you know, they know what they're doing. Everything else looks good. So we also added in the assets pack that we've got. Oh, got some parks and things. when you load up the assets pack, it might say that certain things are missing because it is very hard to track down every single small little prop from every building that I add. Sometimes there's like a fern that's missing, or like a small gate or a torch or something stupid like that. So I try where I can to keep the assets updated, but there might be things missing. Don't be alarmed. So I've added some new trees. There's a pretty cool pack called Low Poly Trees. I'm not sure if they'll have a label here, but yeah, it's these ones. Now they're very low poly count trees, which means you can put loads of them down and they don't actually look that bad. In fact, they look pretty good. Looking swanky. We're also going to plop down some rocks as well, because rocks are great. In fact, we could even put down like some Stonehenge looking things. Oh yeah, looking good. Have a little kind of stone park over here. And there we go, we've got a little stone intersection here with the bridge. Looks okay. So we'll connect up this road as well because it's not quite attached over here. Now this is not the prettiest road, but it looks like we're kind of a bit penned into the corner. Again, we can use move it though. So, oh wait, no, we don't want to select that. We want to select this piece of road. Let's see what we can do with this. See if we can jangle it until we get something that looks okay. Oh, there's a bit of a lip there. We don't really want a speed bump for the trucks. That looks okay though. And so fingers crossed people will actually use this. It's a dock section as well. So a boat can come over here and have its cargo loaded and get out of the city that way. But also it's got a connection to the railway. A connection to this cargo terminal in case trucks want to use this one instead. Sure, why not? I'm not going to judge. And then also we can use this train station over here to deliver goods to what's going to be the commercial stretch along Tropicoco Bay. Now what we're actually going to do with this railway line is we're going to raise it. We're going to raise it because we want to have some roads coming off of this roundabout that go underneath the railway. We kind of penned ourselves in by putting it on ground level. So what we might actually do is just trash some of this and repaint it one layer up. So it comes over here. There we go, that's what I'm talking about. Oh, that could be the angle. I think it is. And then it's going to have to get lowered a bit down here to there. Perfect. Oh, that looks pretty good, actually, if I do say so myself. And now what we're going to do is behind this train and behind the highway, we're going to have a nice long spread of hyper high density residential. Because that's the big need at the moment for our dudes. So we're going to take a nice road, a nice fat road, because we like fat roads and I cannot lie. Nice big juicy road. Where are you? Where are you, roads? Six lane one way. We don't want one way. 6 lane road with decorative trees. That sounds tasty though. And we're going to come off over here. And we can just take the road straight underneath the railway like that. Looking good. Now we're going to keep it curvy. And we're going to try and stick to the line that is created with the railway. Like that. And now we pretty much just want a straight line right behind this railway. About that long. And this is great because what this means is we can put a whole bunch of residential along the front of this, and it's going to just backlight the whole of the railway and the highway and make it look amazing. In theory. In practice, that never comes out, so we'll have to wait and see. And who knows if this is going to create traffic hell over at our roundabout. But we could be okay. We should be okay. I pray we're okay. And if we're not okay, we can just do something else somewhere else and fix the traffic problems because we don't have to worry too much about cash flow. Right, so for the last bit of this episode, we're going to decorate our roundabout a bit with a bit of fanciness. And we have so many props now. In the residential, we've got snowmen, apparently. I'm not quite sure why. But there's a high-level swimming pool. Okay. We We could put down some hedgerows. Hedgerows sound like a cool idea, actually. Should we decorate some across the front of this trailway station? Now we've got an awesome mod, the prop line tool, PLT, that lets you draw a line of your props. So let's try that. Just trash this hedgerow here. And are we going to use the short hedge or the long hedge? Makes sense to use the long hedge. Prop line. Now, fingers crossed this has the right orientation. Oh yeah, it looks like it's working properly. Bam! Now that's almost pixel perfect. That's pretty cool. And we can do the same thing over on this side. And we could even do this with iron fence if we wanted to, but I think hedges look pretty cool. And now we can even put down a bit of bush. Love a bit of bush on me old train stations. Trees, rocks, water structures, disasters we're going to stay away from. Billboards. So we've got some billboards we could put down as well. And prop and tree anarchy lets us put props on existing buildings. So let's see if we can put a billboard on the train station. Oh yeah, there we go. So now we can put a prop down. It's pretty small. And I imagine the page up and page down. No, that doesn't work. Is there a way for us to get it higher? Oh no, if we actually click on the building, it puts down the prop on the side of the building. Alright. Oh, I think that's actually worked. I don't know what that says, because I can't quite zoom in close enough. But yeah, we have a logo now. And it looks very industrial, so we'll keep that there as well. Wow, there's loads of billboards, isn't there? Oh, but a German flag. Guess where we are? Oh no, and as you move this, it changes the flag. Well, let's keep going until we get a Great British flag. There we go. Bunk. What is this? Soda Pop animated billboard. Wow, that sounds pretty cool. I wonder if we can get away with putting that on the side of this wall here. Yeah, let's do that. Is it animated? Yes, it is. It works. Okay, cool. We'll keep that as that. Now let's put down some trees and get on with the decorating. Now what we can do is we can use the trees to disguise the awkward lines at the end. You see, it looks a bit awkward at the end of the hedgerow. Just stop suddenly. So we can use trees to make that a little bit less obvious. And now we're going to finish up with a layer of small bush. You have to be very careful when putting down this many props, because this is the kind of thing that 2 or 3 hours down the line, it's going to make... Oh my god, that's huge. Go! This is the kind of thing that's going to make your map super laggy. So you have to be very careful with these kinds of props, depending on your computer, I suppose. There we go. That's train station number 1 done. And now let's come over and give the new cargo hub we have over here the same treatment. Now this is a bit more tropical, this area over here. So we're going to use some pine trees and some more of these big ferns. Now I could use the prop line tool to put down the trees, but I don't want to create too much of a straight or curvy line. I just want to haphazardly chuck these down. Alright, alright. Now this is starting to come together. And bam, we have our little tropical transport hub. All we need to do now is hook up some power and some water to these suckers. This guy's already got water, but does he have power? There we go. Power connected. Now once the fields are all populated over here, the power isn't going to be too much of an issue. It'll just feed around and we can start deleting the power cables. In fact, you might notice that some of the power cables behind these houses have also gone missing. Now, I'm not too unhappy with the look of power cables. I think the pylons look pretty snazzy sometimes. So there's a time and a place for power cables. And I think a good one would be to bring some power... Oh... along here, parallel to the train track. We're just going to go freeform. Perfecto. And there we have it. Banana Bay has its cargo terminal and its transport hub. We'll get those working next session. Make sure that everything's tickety-boo with the old transporteroo. And then next session also, we can develop the residential backline behind our little cove. And we can also put in our commercial street as well. And that should be, honestly, pretty much enough for this bay. I don't want to go crazy, because if I build too much stuff out here, traffic's going to become a bit of an issue. So this is a nice little kind of place for us to put some stuff and expand later, maybe. There's some space over here, and I'm not sure what I'll use it for, but I don't know. Maybe just not use it. I could just not use it at all. Maybe save it for later and have an airport here when the time arises. But thanks for watching, guys. This has been Tropicoco. Check out the assets pack, and until next time, take care.